if
You
the
just need some warm hugs.
dog starts
You got crap
dancing,
in your ear.
really, why? We just turned it on. You're gonna start digging in my ear.
Sorry. It's hanging out.
Nobody wants to see that trash.
Yeah, no, they don't.
All right,
Hi, everybody.
is it working?
Yeah,
I
there's
think
some
it's
people on.
dog. If you bump this table one more time,
He's giving this look like bring it.
did. I had to get the dog. Hey guys, gals, how are you? Now I went to what was it? Petco. I had to go to Petco because dog is limping
Hey,
a
Chipper,
lot.
Craig, and Trey, Daniel.
Since he's limping, he's getting old, and I was like,
Chris.
I wanted to get him something. Let me go get him real quick. You just keep saying hi to people.
Oh, I will.
And
We got Melissa.
And then I'll tell people about
Yo.
what I got.
Stefan, Sean.
Because there were
Mike.
There were people. I posted a picture of this stuff, and I said
Doc.
my dog was passed out,
Hey,
and I took a picture of this next to him.
Yep.
And
Ted, hi.
and everyone says what is that legal? People started asking me, bro, is that legal? Are you allowed to give that to your dog?
Thank you, Harshman Hills.
Harshman Hills, thank you.
What's your ears, Ted?
Ba-boom.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Much love.
The folks were asking as soon as I posted a picture of this, and they said,
"Hey, David,
man, no way that's legal. You can't give your dog that. Who's your supplier? Where are you?" Then people were asking me the strangest things. I'm like,
oh, he's eyeballing it and licking.
Look, he's licking his chops already.
He is.
No, sit. You're not getting another one.
Creative.
But here's the thing. I went to Petco, right? I went to Petco, and I told the wife, for a couple of weeks now, I need to get something for the dog. He's getting really old, and it's getting hard for him to move around.
Yeah, he's limping. And
I'm getting kind of concerned about it, and I want to get him something. So they had these right out in the front, and it's called Hemp, and it's hip and joint support. And it's supposed to be a powerful blend of hemp seed and green, all kinds of
lipid, muscle, and turmeric.
Yeah, and turmeric in there. But it's got 60 soft chews. And because it's got that leaf on there, of course, every swinging Richard out there jumped in and says, "Oh man, he's got some kind of crazy hookup." That's not it's not what you think. But they got this at Petco, and
hey, Rachel,
my freaking dog. I ran this on him like it's $19.
It works amazing.
It's amazing.
He doesn't even limp.
It doesn't limp anymore, but it was $19, and I got just a small one. This is just the regular size one, and you give him 3 for his weight. It depends on. Let me see real quick. It says here like if you've got a tiny dog, like just a regular dog size, like 5 pounds, 15 pounds, then it's just like it's just half a chew. 16 pounds to 30 pounds, it's 1 chew daily. And then if it's
telling them that?
Well, I'm saying for like bigger dogs, because this is the problem that I have is that if your dog weighs 90 or 91 pounds, then you've got to give them 3 to 4 chews. And that's where it gets expensive.
Gateway drug.
That's where it gets expensive because for dog size, he takes 3 and he could take 4, but
3 seems to do the trick.
3 does the trick. But to give it to him every single day, that's expensive. You know what I mean? That's 19.
But, I mean,
you break that up into 3s per day. Yeah. It's just expensive.
It's a plant, and as long as he's eating it, and you're not smoking it.
No, I'm just saying for the dog, it's good for him.
Yep, for him.
Yeah, for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's an investment, to take care of your older
have
dog.
You noticed him eating more, getting the munchies? Fish and beans.
Dude, that's the questions I kept getting when I said this is what I got my dog, and everybody said, "Oh man, who's your supplier? Is that legal?" And that was one of those questions. And no, he's not eating more, but he does go on a rampage in the evenings. he goes on a eating spree and he clears the bowl out in the afternoon. But I think it's great because he used to be just aggressive at every single person that would go up our road.
Hello, Alaska.
And now he just sort of lays there on his side and he sees a truck coming or a tractor or whatever roll by and he goes, "Oof, oof," and then he lays back down. But he was pouncing and stuff, and it was just good to see him back to his full energy like he was before. But he needed something, but I figured I would share. Why I was sharing that, I don't know, but I know some of you
Hey,
folks out there
Josh.
probably have older dogs, but I wanted to kind of make this also animal related as well because we did get a new dog. You want me to get the other one?
You can if you want. It's your puppy.
I got a new dog, and we've got
Midlife crisis.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is. That and he
For security.
wants a baby, but
And
he
this
can't
goes-
get a baby anymore.
this
so
goes
he has to
with-
get a puppy.
This goes with advanced prepping stuff because I have a list of stuff to talk about that I've written down here. I got a whole because before I do these things, I usually write down a ton of stuff, and I got a ton of stuff to talk about, and I'm just trying to figure out if because dogs are on my list of discussion because we've got these situations now where folks are having a really hard time getting ammunition and they're concerned about security issues and things like that.
Yeah, blue healers are awesome.
And it was like I was telling the wife, she decided to get the Boxmas. And I told her boxers are smart. They figure stuff out pretty quick. They're like smart and dumb at the same time.
It is a little more dumb than smart.
But here's the thing: it's like they are fast, they're agile, they move, they can move around, they can attack stuff, they can steer around things that are moving. Like if it's a truck going down the highway at 55 miles an hour, it can literally run circles around it.
Yeah.
It's crazy how they're so coordinated. But they were used as police dogs and stuff. But she wanted to get a box muss, which was part boxer and part mastiff. And I was looking for a while. I couldn't make up my mind. I wanted a blue heeler for a long time, and I kept telling her I was looking at these heeler mixes and all these different dogs. I was looking at German Shepherds, and I just could not. I was looking for Rottweilers.
Non-existent in East Tennessee.
Can't find Rottweilers. There's none around here. There's plenty of pit bulls though. Everybody and the mama has a pit bull around here.
Yeah, too many pit bulls.
And I've had pit bulls before. I've got nothing against the breed. I'm just saying that there's a lot of pit bulls, and I've had plenty of them. And I wanted something different this time. And I don't know how I stumbled on it, but I ran across a Cane Corso. I never even knew what a Cane Corso was. I didn't know it was its background. It's a security dog. It's listed as a castle guard dog. It's listed as law enforcement and all sorts of stuff. And its temperament, it's good with family as long as you raise them around family from the start. And anyways, I'm gonna go grab her real quick because we're gonna breed her with Bandage.
Oh, that'll be interesting mix.
Because Cane Corso is a mastiff, technically.
Yeah.
If those of you that can
Italian mastiffs. Yeah,
it's Italian mastiff.
But we're not docking her ears. I've seen somebody did that to their Cane Corso, and that poor puppy was in so much pain for weeks.
Hello, everyone. This creature.
She's only 5 weeks old now.
5 weeks old. Someone asked, I said, well, she's 5 weeks old, and everyone's like, did her mama die? I'm like, no. I got her at 5 weeks. She's fine. You can get them early.
Though it's probably better to wait till they're about 2 months,
but she stays pretty full on puppy chow. Look at that face. She's like bobbing her head.
Yeah, Saint Bernards are cool.
Hello.
She's a solid little 5 week old.
Look at this. She's just Little legs.
She's not amused. It's funny.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah, Ellie let him pick her up.
Ellie's been carrying her around. She's got her own little bow leash and stuff, and she's been sort of whiny, you know. And as soon as I pick her up and I just lay her next to me and she passes back out, she tries to nuzzle in my beard. I guess she's looking for something to grab hold of course. And if there's then she gets very disappointed. I end up getting her some milk out of the fridge. But yeah, she's doing pretty good.
50 pound bag for every 4 days. Yeah, Texas, that's a lot of food.
We do quite a bit of food. That's the other thing that I know. We've done so many of these live streams and videos where we talk about stuff that I forget that you know we've discussed. You know how much dog food to keep on hand, and you know I've shown you guys like something that we do. We do bucket storage for dog food as well, and not just big bags of dog food and putting it up. But
that's good to know there, Chris.
You've got to store this stuff up, and I've noticed if you buy bulk, it's cheaper that way.
Yeah, the 50 pounds a lot cheaper than buying the 20 pound.
If you get there's certain types of brands of dog food that's the best to get. We do it's Purina.
Yeah.
That's right. Purina Complete. Purina Complete in a 50-pound bag is about 19 to 20 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to like Tractor Supply or Royal King grocery store and you get just the 20-pound bag,
it's like 17 bucks sometimes.
No, those I mean it's just outrageous.
Yeah.
The price that you're paying for 20 pounds versus the price you're paying for a 50-pound bag is so much cheaper. But anyways, that
you want the hot pad?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that goes back to security, right? And that goes back to kind of what I'm saying here with the advanced prepping stuff. It is something else that you have to focus on. You have to think of everything, because it goes back to all those questions that I got every time I would post a vid about reloading ammo or something like that, and someone would comment, but just go buy more. Why would you waste your time doing all that? Just go buy more. You know, you're only especially if. Here's another example. I wrote a lot of stuff down, but I have a lot of it already jogged in my brain that I just sort of I think about. If you're living in a rural area and you're off the beaten path, you're far away from everybody, you have to think about it's you're out there, and your neighbors might not be as well. You know, they might not have. Your neighbors up the road or wherever might not have what you have. You know what I mean? They might not have. They might have a shotgun or something, or they might not have all the tactical whatever. You know, you might be focusing on. This goes for anyone out there that you know does all the different types of the gear monkeys out there. The ones that do all the tactical equipment, LBVs and stuff, and different types of loadouts and mag carriers and yada yada yadas, and then not just that, but different types of rifles. Your Remington 700s and anything to AR-10s, AR-15s, and the list goes on. AK-47s or whatever, or AK-74s. But here's the thing: it's like we don't know that everyone else is like us, or if stuff goes down and the world goes flip side, and we wake up one day and someone's coming to our country like freaking Red Dawn or something, because it's just got set up that way overnight or something. Then I mean, how do I know like what the other folks have got? I don't, and it could be just us, and you have to think about those things. What if it's just me and my kids, but I have to worry about having a little extra support you know, something that's aggressive that can jump in while
Food.
I'm involved in something, my dogs could jump in and have a little bit more extra support in situations
They
instead
save
of
you some time.
and some time, you know. They might have to take one for a team for a couple seconds, but
Yeah.
until seconds matter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need all the help you can get. And
Or
being
cats if you got crazy cats.
if you've got crazy cats. Thank you,
Thank you,
Kenneth.
Kenneth
Thank
H.
you.
Oh my goodness, Ted. Thank you very much. I didn't see what that said. What's up, Sass? A long time to see. Yeah. Well, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for joining us.
Boom. Um, but if you're by yourself, that goes because I wrote that down for tonight, and I put that on the list of things. And if you might be far away from any type of backup of any kind, and not just. I know a lot of folks will talk about mags and community mags. You know, you got your there's different versions of mags. There's like 4 or 5 different ones that you can utilize. There's different types for different reasons for emergencies because you got some that start with an E, some that starts with an I, some that starts with an M, and there's a whole variety of them. And I'm not going to go through a list of all of them because I've done it so many times. But the thing is that you're not going to have groups come make it to your house in moments notice like that in situations where you know things have gone upside down and turned into red dawn. You might be waiting a couple of days for them to show up, and that's another thing that a lot of folks don't really consider is that, and they don't consider kids. That's the other thing that bugs me. This goes into advanced prepping once again. This isn't just an individual. When I say advanced, that means that you're not alone. It means that you probably have kids, you have a family, you have more people than just yourself to take care of. It's more than just you, because an individual can build a bug out bag and buy a freaking 4-wheel drive Jeep with a crew cab to it, and you know all sorts of cool stuff. I mean, uh, you you could you could have that set up, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you were an individual on your own, if it was just Sippy World and
Yeah.
Sippy didn't have to worry about kids, a husband, dogs, or nothing,
Yeah.
Sippy could just go buy some type of off-road
It's
vehicle,
a lot
get
easier
a couple
in
of
my book.
pistols, rifle, a shotgun, and a decent bug out bag, a medical kit to grab, that kind of thing, a jump bag or some sort.
Yeah.
And you know you'd be on your way, and you'd find a little camping spot somewhere, secluded, away from everyone, and live out your days in the middle of red dawn. And you know what I mean? And
seclusion.
yeah, somewhere.
And I'd make up imaginary friends.
Imaginary friends, Wilson. You know, you got your little ball and stuff. But for
Donnie. Mine would be a pine cone named Piney.
and a squirrel, you gotta have a little squirrel friend.
Little squirrel friends.
You make friends with the wildlife. You'll be like you'll be like what's that? What's that? Oh, dang it. Ah, Shrek. Is it Shrek or is it Shrek 2? The kids were laughing at so hard. Where I think it was Shrek when old girl's singing and the bird explodes.
Oh yeah.
She's like la, 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 and the bird goes.
Yeah, she's getting a higher frequency pitch.
The kids die laughing every time they see that scene where the girls, the princess is doing that. But anyways, that would be you out there in the wilderness next to your tactical bug out vehicle and your, you know, la 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 la.
Yeah.
But that's for an individual setting. Advanced would be you've got other things to worry about, lots of things to worry about, and the chances or possibilities of bugging out. You've got 3 mouths to feed. You know, I was looking at it today. I was looking at our food storage. Okay, I was this close to making a video about it to tell you guys like how crazy it all is, because if you think about, you know, you're looking at the situation. If you had to leave, I'm like, man, I got 3 kids, a wife, dogs. And it's like I would. It's like, and people make jokes about the type of vehicle we have. It's like, dang, it's like a school bus. I mean, yeah, you need it because I mean, if you had time and you could load it all up,
Yeah.
you want something that's like a freaking moving van that you could literally put all that water in it if you needed it. You would put
Station wagon,
all
yeah.
that type of food in there. And I'm like, that, I mean, because you could literally layer in the food and you'd have food, water, you have a place for ammo cans, rifles, whatever, you know, you'd want to have all that room for that sort of thing. And it would take me longer to do it than an individual prepper that could just, run to their vehicle, throw their bag in, and take off.
Well, you have more leg space to stretch if it's really cold and you don't have the shelter and you're just kind of stuck in your vehicle for a little bit.
No,
I mean, at least there's that.
I'm just trying to throw out the different aspects of thought of if you had more mouths.
That's what I'm talking about, Rachel. It's big enough to sleep in.
Because folks will say they're going to help someone. This is the other thing.
Little Debbie truck.
This goes back to so many comments in the past. Because I've been doing this so long, I've watched so many of these folks that'll come on and comment about things. So just go to the store and buy more, and it goes back to so many other things, and now they can't find anything. You're going to reach a point where we can't just go and buy more of anything. And you could possibly reach a point where there's nothing left. There might not be a buying everything. You're gonna have to learn to make it yourself.
That's right. Sorry. USA. That was Charlie. He's so cute. USA. That's right.
Yeah, he's definitely got the trapping game down. That kid can catch stuff, he can trap stuff. I tell you, he's gonna be an asset to the team, being able to catch critters and all kinds of stuff. That boy can catch all kinds of critters.
I'm sure he'll make some type of like flying hunting drone that shoots out like little arrows or something.
It's crazy. I don't think I was that talented at catching things. Like he seems to figure it out faster than most folks. Like
yeah.
Like when that time we went fishing and we were doing the yo-yos, and he rigged up all the yo-yos and was catching crappie left and right.
Yeah.
And that kid was catching fish, and I'm sitting over here like
cricket.
I'm like, kid, I'm just gonna start filming you here in a minute because I gotta make a video about catching fish, and I'm not catching any fish, and he's catching all the fish. I'm like, I'm just fine, kids, you're making today's video. You guys are the only one catching fish, but there's been so many situations like that where the kid's catching everything, and I'm just sitting here like, man, I'm never going to get that kid can catch flies out of the air. Like if there's a fly buzzing around, he can literally go freaking Mr. Miyagi with his fingers and catch it. It's crazy. But what was I saying? Back when folks were saying, this was what was bugging me, and I've had folks that would show, there's folks out there that would show a show of force, right? There's folks out there that will show a show of force. It's like during before this pandemic had kicked off,
they need to do that in Chicago.
I heard so many people popping rounds off, shooting guns left and right. There was all kinds of people like purposely standing in front of their house, like shooting their guns, like just like, I got guns, look at me, I'm shooting guns over here. And then once the ammo dried up, nobody's out shooting guns anymore. And I'm like, what are y'all doing now? What are y'all going to do now? Because now I've got folks that are like, I'm thinking, what are you going to do now? I mean, did you practice anything else besides? Did you get into reloading? There's a lot of folks out there that says they're doing the whole, they knew. Folks that were commenting way back and saying things like, just, that's like washing paper plates. Why would you reload ammo? They're not. Yeah, someone actually said that to me. It's like washing paper plates. Why would you do that? Why would you wash, stuff that's supposed to be thrown away? I'm like, what are you talking
I
about?
think by now everybody.
Oh no, I
Seems
know
the
everybody
picture.
gets it now. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing this out. I'm making this part of my my advanced conversation for today.
Yeah.
Is that I know folks get it now, but that's the stuff that people were saying then.
Yeah.
When I was doing all this stuff and showing them how to do it, and they were all like, "Oh yeah, this guy. Why would you do all that reloading?
It'll
what a
always
waste of
be
time.
in stock.
It'll always be in stock.
This is
China's
America.
never going to come for us. That kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
No one's going to sell your country out. That kind of thing. But here's the thing: it's like, what would you do if what would you do if it all dries up? If that one magazine of ammo you probably got left, there's probably Jimmy or Johnny out there somewhere that just has that one magazine of ammunition. What are they going to do when that one magazine of ammunition, when they fired their last shot, and when that's all gone, right?
Backup to your backup.
And what is your backup? I mean, I'm not saying compound bows or anything, but I mean at least a bow, at least be really proficient in slingshots or something.
Rich.
I mean, what is your backup? Slingshot and small game, me, but there's hunting and finding more food and not just growing it. I mean, I know a lot of folks out there probably would rather just grow their own food,
Grow their own beard, their own tinder. This is free
their own.
tinder.
This is
right
free
here.
fire tinder right here. But to grow their own food, it's that's one thing. But wait.
What's going on? What's going on,
It's
y'all?
just a super boom.
Super boom.
There's
Okay.
a bunch of boom
We had
booms.
Hogarth again.
Hogarth.
Yes, we're going to
Thank
talk
you.
about the homestead. Can you please read and answer
Yes.
my message on Patreon? I'm not sure if you've seen it.
Which
Thank you, M1.
one? Which other message? I've been replying to people all day on
M1, A1.
Patreon. I must have missed I don't. I'll take another look at it, but I keep getting distracted by. I get a message and then I get. Thank you guys. I'll get a message and then I get another message. As I've got mail. Hang on before I forget. I get too distracted, man. I'm trying to reply to everybody.
You gotta keep up on him. He gets distracted too easy.
I got mail, and I thought this was cool. There's like a sticker. Saw a sticker. Did you see a sticker?
It's in that one.
See this
And
one?
the other one. That
This
one.
one? There was a sticker in this one.
It's-
Wait, I swear I saw a sticker.
I don't know. I wasn't here to witness.
No, there's a sticker in here. I know there is.
I'm sure there is, BA.
Anyways,
I'm sure there's a sticker.
do you want to read this? Let's see. Just since 95. See, do you want? That's from Cricket McQueen.
Okay.
And Cricket McQueen talks to us all the time, and I know he's probably, I don't know if he's in the crowd. Give me a cool sticker. That's a cool sticker right there.
That's a cool sticker.
And I collect stickers. I stick them all over the place. And he had sent me this. It's an inspection plate. Whoa, hold up. Hold on. Got one. John Moko.
John Moko.
Thank you.
Yay.
Ba-doom.
Ted, I hope you got your headphones off, buddy.
There we go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, though. We do appreciate it.
I didn't have an inspection plate anywhere for the truck, and someone sent me, Cricket sent me the inspection plate
That's really cool.
for the truck. And this is for an M1028. And those of you probably already know what a 1028 is.
I don't.
The truck, that says truck or firefighting, and it has a national stock number on it, your NSN national stock number. I thought that was really cool. It has an ID number, shipping, weight, 8,292 pounds. Oh, that's pretty neat. It's something I'm going to stick on the truck first chance I get, where there's some, Bandit, leave that dog alone. But if you're watching, thank you for that. I didn't get to say thank you, but I had that message as well. and a few others. And then I've got someone from Canada I have to send a geek stick to, and I'm trying to catch up and just move as fast as I can to get everything done. With the pandemic, it's harder when it comes to like doing crap where it involves going into the city and doing the post office junk, and you got everybody and their mama looking at you like you're crazy because you're bringing your kids out, and they're like, don't you know you're supposed to be brainwashed? Your kids are supposed to be at home watching virtual videos of your teachers. What are you doing out in public? You're crazy.
How dare you go to Thanksgiving dinner?
Don't you dare do Thanksgiving dinner. You're
East
nuts.
Tennessee prepared.
East Tennessee.
Thank you very much. God bless you, buddy.
Thank you.
Watch your ears.
Boo-boo.
Thank you very much.
I'm trying not to just swear. If I do, man, everybody's gonna hear the thing. Wow, wow. But yeah, But like I said, I'm trying to reply to everybody. I had a blue gun shipped to me. It's I think it's a Glock 19 blue gun.
That's crazy, Archie.
I do holsters for blue guns. If you guys are in the market for, and I still have to finish chippers. Once I get another roll of the lower ounce leather, I can start that. But I don't have a lot of the lower ounce stuff, and with the inflation of crap these days, they raise the price of everything, and it kills you. But I usually do in trade for a blue gun to add to my collection. I do holsters. I'll just do a simple basic holster for that blue gun. That's usually what I do is a trade. What was I gonna say? Let's see. I'd already covered most of that. That was something else I want to talk about. Alternatives, practicing, training, and sharp objects. Another thing, I want to do another sharp objects video. There's weapons of opportunity type thing I wanted to do a quick video on, because I was throwing like 9-inch nails and stuff like that, and I know it's been a while since I've done any kind of knife throwing or anything like that. And I've done mostly like archery and stuff, and it's been a few months since I've done any throwing videos, and I've been practicing a lot. During the pandemic, I've had a lot of downtime where I'm watching kids and have them do their schoolwork while I just sort of sit there throwing knives at a target, waiting on my next chance to do something else that day. And kind of like a time killer, but I'm in the middle of training in the process as well, being able to throw it. And I wanted to be able to point some stuff out I found pretty interesting about that, because it's situations where I thought I was putting way too much thought into what I was doing, and I wanted to share that with you guys, like, because I know somebody else out there feels the same way, where you put a lot of thought into something before you let go.
Very busy at the hospital.
Where you're practicing throwing something, and you're like, and you overthink everything before you do it, and then come to find out I didn't need to work as hard, and that's what I wanted to share with folks. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's definitely a virus going on. There's a lot of.
I think it's your turn. You need to
sick.
talk.
Well, someone was saying, coronavirus is fake and stuff. I mean,
there's a lot of that going on.
Exaggeration. There's definitely a virus taking out the elderly population. I've seen
Watch
it.
out.
I've seen it firsthand. Where it just takes them out like that. It's like their oxygen levels plummet and they have to be intubated, and it's nasty. If it gets a hold of you that severe. But
go on.
I'm just nervous about this whole vaccine coming out. Less than 18 months is not safe. It should not be FDA approved in my book, because you don't know the full effects that can happen, and I've heard that it can cause sterilization in the adults and like paralysis in kids. So it's just kind of unnerving to see where they're going to go from this, because supposedly it's coming out in 2 weeks for the people who are more susceptible. So
Go
to me, if
on.
your immune system's really low, I don't know what kind of crap's in the vaccine. Is it gonna do more damage or what? So, anyways,
There's a lot of folks that are just, I think, blindly tweeting this type of stuff and saying things like, I think this is fake. What do you think? And that sort of thing. But there's there is also a lot of push for just dim-witted stuff where it's like, let's just give every American everything imaginable, and it's like that. What's that? Cortez, that Cortez chick. Her freaking way of thinking is like, I swear she's in bartender mentality. She's not in. Um, I.
Jacob Blurley.
I
Right here. Videos really helped me during all the COVID. Well, thank you for
Thank
the
you.
donation. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
that was a little bit harder than I meant to do it.
That's all right.
Thank you. Ba-boom, ba-boom.
Thank you very much.
I. How many of y'all are listening to this craziness where it's like someone's giving advice on? I'm not going to go back and read what they had tweeted or something, but when someone's ow, you're biting my toes off, dog. When someone's going on a rant about how they want to give everybody freaking money, and free this and free that, and don't worry, we'll foot the bill for it,
Creative.
and cut checks for this and cut checks for that, and I'm like, I was like, all right, I mean, you almost want to like some of the conversations that they're having. It's like you swear you should just draw these conversations out in freaking glitter glue so they can understand what you're saying, or write it in crayon, because they're talking about they don't understand. We're already in debt. We're trillions of dollars in debt, and they want to try and give away more. It's leave people alone, get people back to work. That's the goal here. It isn't to give everyone everything. It is communist. It is very communist to do that. That is a very commie way of looking at things, and
That's right, Christy.
it's
All
not
you can
something
do.
that's not something that we should be doing. None of us should be wanting that.
Soy boy.
And because where is all this money going to come from? The magical money tree? Because we don't have that kind of money to be. Our chips are down, man. This is it. Everybody's going to have to suck it up and get their butts back to work, and there's only one way of doing that, and you're going to have to do away with all these bans of everything. And a lot of pit folks are reversing this. It's a lot of folks are reversing this, like New York and like the bars and all these other places and places that serve food and
Yeah.
restaurants. They're all like, you know what? Nope, not
Oh,
doing
you
it.
can dine outside in the middle of November. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, they're telling people now. They're starting to do some anarchy. Pretty much, they're starting to revolt and go back to become a bunch of rebels and just fire up their businesses because
Well,
they're
there's
giving
a line
up
that
on.
has to be drawn.
You have to draw a line. You can't keep running like this. Eventually, at some point, if you're healthy and uh, I mean, particularly, I will say it like this: if you're my age and younger, if you're her age and younger, you know what I mean. If either one of our ages, right, and younger, people should be going back to work. They should be working and doing their thing and running businesses. Putting people out of work and shutting everything down like that, you're just killing this country. There's not going to be anything left for the future, and you're just paving the way for more drama. You got anything you add to that?
Mm-mm.
No. Dadgummit, why is it always me? I'm like, what? Nothing.
I'm just rolling right along.
Well, I think on my list of things I found interesting, it goes back to I wrote a bunch of backlists. I'm gonna have to talk about some more of this stuff later, but
yeah, I see it taking a toll on hospital staff. I mean, all the hospitals everywhere, not just where I work. I mean, it's like you're working and working and working, and of course, nurses and doctors and staff's going to be out with, you know, their sicknesses and whatnot, and it's a big strain. And I saw how, I can't remember which state it was, turn their parking garage into like a MASH setup. I'm like, okay.
A MASH setup, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. But the folks that are not being able to go back to work, it's just for no reason, and a lot of folks are transforming their companies into other things. Like they've found an opportunity, they took it, and it's what another thing that bugs me is the folks that are using it as an excuse, like this pandemic thing, as an excuse to be lazy. I'm not trying to sound rude,
Yeah.
but it's like there's a lot of folks using this pandemic to their advantage, to use it to be lazy or to um trim their expenses. I think that's another thing that's bugging me. The trimming expenses kind of thing is kind of getting old. Like cutting personnel, it's all being used for other personal gain,
Well,
and it's
my thing is, it's just ridiculous that they're doing mandatory quarantines in the holidays. The suicide rate is going to jump sky high. People
it already has.
No, but I'm saying more so now with people in their holiday depressions and stuff. It's going to be 10 times worse, especially in here in
Bandage.
how France has canceled not only Thanksgiving and Christmas too.
Yep.
I mean, how coincidentally they brought in 40,000 troops before they, laid out their whole, oh, well, we're going to be all closed. No shopping for you guys, or no going out. Happy holidays.
Well, I was reading how during the not just with the pandemic stuff, but with the other stuff, the defunding the police, how there's like an 87% increase in homicides. I thought that was just crazy. I was like, well, I guess that works, doesn't it? You do what you defund the police, and then you end up with a homicide rate that's unbelievable. It's just crazy. And let me go get the.
She's fine.
All right, I'm making sure. She
bouncing.
usually barks and chases the dog up. Whoop.
Get her.
I'm getting it.
On the carpet.
Nope, don't you do it. No!
Oh, too late.
Dang it, woman.
It's your dog. Your mess.
Well, you're gonna find a conversation.
So what did BA? What was he gonna? Let's switch roles here. I'll be BA today, and I'll read from my handy dandy sheet, won't I?
No,
Yes, cold frame.
no.
Let's
I already
talk
did
about-
that conversation.
Well, give me some I can talk about, BA.
Well, I did children and security. Do you want to discuss children and security? So I started talking about that. Hang on. Here. This was.
Do you want me to get the puppy poop?
I can get that. What? I don't know if you want to talk about. These are items related to like an alternative and list of. It's because this goes back to.
Okay, you just keep talking. Let me get the dog page.
Are you doing that?
Yes. Because
Okay.
you're already taking over.
Well, I can't hand this to you because then you'll sit and go, well, that's because blah blah blah, and then
I won't be serious enough.
no, you won't. You'll probably giggle and start talking about rainbows and unicorns and whatever. Band of the Red Hand.
I have to say something though.
Puppy chow money. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now I was gonna talk about how VA
I thought
here.
you were gonna clean that
Just
up.
a minute, this
It's-
thing popped back in my head. Now how Mr. BA here, I said he happened to be while he's like putting the wires on the fence and everything, he was kind of laying down like striking a pose. Like I was like, you should be Mr. November because of this luscious autumn colored beard.
I couldn't.
I said, I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna make you Mr. November. and write down all your talents of handcrafting and leather work, and how everybody should experience the gloriness of the soft wind busheling through BA's soft autumn colored beard. Mr. November. Mr. November.
What?
Mr. November.
What? Did you just share all this ridiculousness?
Thumbs up for Mr. November. It's a compliment.
You're gonna go to sleep at some point tonight. That's for sure. Oh man. So I'm out there stretching the fence. Okay, look, and she's like, "Yeah, you get it, BA. You stretch that fence." You know, she's just being goofy with me while I'm out there. I had to lay down on my side. You know, my shoulder was bugging me, and I'm over here pulling this freaking contraption to stretch the fence back together so I can staple it. And as soon as I start doing that, she's like, that's when she starts making her little jokes and taking pictures and stuff. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. But doing all that fencing was not
good on your shoulder.
It was not good on my shoulder. It was not fun. And out of all the holes I dug with post hole digger, I mean, CrossFit ain't got nothing on post hole digging. Post hole digging. You do a few 3 feet holes. I'm telling you, do like 20 or 30 of them. You'll feel it. You'll feel it, and you will get to the point in the hot sun, the sun beaming on your brain and eating at your soul, and you're like, you can't even lift that thing anymore. You get to the point where you can't even lift it anymore. I mean, I don't know how people could just, if that is just a job description, is just post hole digging. Oh man, I mean, dude, you just wears you out. And I went from doing that, stretching fences. I was running.
You had your denim on too.
Dude, I had denim on because it was cutting my arms up. I was cooking, and I was running barbed wire. I was doing all this stuff, and I was slapping all these freaking H braces up left and right. And then not just H braces, but so much more. I just didn't care to share because I was so out of energy that I just didn't feel like filming any more of any of that chaos. I just wanted to get it over with. But all the holes and fencing, and not just that, I did welder wire and so many other things I did during that little span. And in the middle of that, oh, by the way, because everything's got to be done when you're living. This is a good conversation for advanced prepping. This is a good conversation right here. When you live out in a place like this, and this isn't just like homesteading. It is homesteading, but it's so much more. It's hard to really nail it down, but I can say it's like everything has to be done yesterday. Like everything needs to get done. Everything has to get done. Like flipping right now. Fencing ain't fun. That's for sure. It's painful. That's right, Trey. It's painful, man. It's painful. But
Fencing ain't easy.
Fencing ain't easy. And it ain't fun. That's for sure.
Neither is puppy poop.
But everything has to be done like right now. It's always some crazy emergency because it's like it involves an animal that is going to escape and run amok, or it's security related stuff. It's things got to hurry up and get finished. I wanted to put a complete stop to people just pulling in my driveway. Period. I don't want anybody to even know where my driveway is. I wanted to make it disappear, so I did that. I did a whole bunch of things just to secure the whole property. So in the event of total and complete chaos, I want to have my entry control points on point. You want to know what your ECPs are. You want to know where they are, what your problems are, your problem areas. You need to do a site survey. You need to look at your property. You need to check out if I got any holes in that, if I got any gaps in that, what's going to break, what's going to fall apart. And oh, by the way, don't forget, you still want to get wildlife in and out. That being said, you want to. It's kind of like a few folks had commented. I'm not going to name names of people that folks that chat with me all the time on here. I'm not going to point them out, single them out, but they were making some good conversation with me about having some good breaks. So in the event, for deer, wildlife to get in and out of the property and stuff, you want to have these, but you still want to keep the predators out. It's bear shooting. Red Dawn, man, I'm telling you. But I'm trying to get everything that I can done out of the way before winter hits. And then when winter hits, I can still work on some of this stuff. And oh, by the way, a tree fell. And
yeah, there goes
oh my goodness.
I freaking dead.
I've had a heck of a time. Another thing that's happened was we had a tree fall, but it was kind of funny because we're both looking at each other. It's like, well, it'd be nice to have, a little bit more firewood. And sure enough, I'm like, I go out to like the North 40 or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. But the back 40 or whatever. But I go out that way to take a look, and sure enough, I had a tree that had fallen, and I'm like, that is a lot of freaking firewood right there, and it's all pretty much because it was from a dying tree, and those dying trees are the best, especially when you can split them up.
Yeah.
You almost have instant firewood right there. I mean, you don't have to let it.
JIT.
You don't have to let it set up at all. You don't have to let it set up at all and dry out.
Thank you, Steven.
Boom. Thank you. Boom.
Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very much.
But yeah, I didn't have to wait for that to season or anything. I just went and got it. But it was like an oh, by the way moment. We have this we have to do like now because we need to get that out of the way because it's causing havoc in that area when you got to get it cleaned up. I'm like, dude, it's like, now I'm chainsawing. I go from fencing to cutting up a tree just like that. And it's just crazy.
Also, I told you, it's like
and it's splitting wood.
And you got to make that male bunny coop now because they're bugging too much.
That was the other thing I was going to share. It's like on top of all this, in the middle of it, I had to build a second bunny coop in the middle of all this. I'm like, what in the world am I doing?
I'm like, they popped out like 7 more babies.
How many? Well, we got like 15 now.
Like
we have 15 rabbits. We started with 3.
Yeah.
We had 3 rabbits. We had we grabbed 2 females, 1 male. Both females got pregnant. Both females had babies.
We had 3, but one of them escaped.
Well, yeah, we
didn't make it very long.
No, we had 4.
That's what I'm saying. We had the extra female.
We had the extra female, but she booked it and got 8. But see, now we have a processing center now. I mean, dude, if we wanted to, wanted to, you could literally slip get whatever that is before she puts it. I mean, you could literally.
She swallowed it.
Oh well.
Nope, I got it.
Oh. All right. But if you wanted to, I mean, bunnies, rabbits, it's crazy how fast they pop out more bunnies. It's just like that. I mean, dude.
They're about fully grown in just 3 months.
3 months, fully grown. It's crazy. I mean, dude, if you need meat, and rabbit is good eating. If you need meat, do bunnies. But be careful and make sure you know the sexes of them and all because you could end up with more than you could handle, and it happens so fast. I remember we went from those 3, and I didn't think it was even going to happen, and all of a sudden, boom! And now we've got. Here it is. You guys remember when we went and got bunnies? Now we've got freaking 15 of them, and we're like, what the heck did we do? What is this? Yeah, rabbit dumplings.
Yep.
And then as far as like the chickens go, if you let that run amok, if you let the chicken situation run amok, you could end up with more chickens accidentally as well. You just have to be careful with that. And that's another thing that runs amok is the amount of eggs that you get. And we end up helping other people. We're already finding homes for rabbits, and that could also be a side income. You could barter and trade. Uh, that could be a good side income is the rabbits because you could Craigslist that and say, hey man, $15 a bunny or something like that, or that's a good reasonable price. Most times it's $25 a bunny, but I mean, if you need to get rid of them, but at the same time make a little extra cash to pay for bunny food, then that would work as well. So you could do that type of thing on the side and make a little extra money to have money to buy more feed because it's like what $10 a bag or something, or $15 for a 50-pound bag of decent food.
Rabbit enchiladas.
Rabbit food's about $15 for a 50-pound bag. A 50-pound bag will last several months with that many bunnies.
Yeah. Thank you, JIT.
Thank you, JIT.
Boom. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you. But if you think about that, I mean, it's several months. I mean, you can go several months with a 50-pound bag of bunny chow, and they'll be fine. But they eat everything. I mean, you can literally just cut your grass and grab the grass off the ground and just throw it in there, and they'll eat all of it. If they could, they would eat your whole lawn. But they mow through grass and all that stuff. They eat all that stuff. They love it.
Well, it's like you just made the bunny coop a little portable one where you can just pick it up and put it in a different spot in your yard.
Yeah. Well, dang it, what is it called? Oh, crap.
The portable bachelor bunny pad.
No, it's no, it has a name. Folks call it different things, but yeah, this bunny coop I made has wheels on it.
The portable
you could
bachelor bunny pad. Okay.
She's calling it something else. You can just pick it up and roll it wherever you want it to go, and I'll do an update on that because it looks like a spaceship. It's kind of cool. But we did that to separate the male bunny from the rest of them because that's the one that's, bunny tractor. That's it. Tractor. Yeah, that's what we call it. That's what it's supposed to be. It's like the chicken tractor, but it's like the chicken tractor, but name was right there and I just couldn't say it for some reason, but it's a bunny version of that. But yeah, you just pick up one side of it and move it to wherever you want it to go. The whole thing's fenced in like a giant roll cage, ready to crash into something. And we just did a simple little bunny box for it. But that's the bunny bachelor pad. That's where all the male bunnies are going to go as we discover them. And so look for sexes on bunnies. It's one of those burrito taco thing.
Yeah,
and that's how that's how I was explained to. If you're looking for sexting, like the sex, what sex is what for the bunnies, you have to look for one of the bunnies will be, and they say if you do it early because they don't develop all those parts until they're older. So it's
rare that bunnies get worms. They'd have to eat like a contaminated area, like a raccoon poop. But
I just want to tell people how funny I thought that was. But yes, some guy says if you're trying to discover the sex at an early age, you have to look at if you have a taco, then it's a taco. If you have a burrito, it's a burrito. And I'm like, great, tacos and burritos. That's how I discover my rabbit sex. And so I have to make sure all the burritos stay away from the freaking tacos. And we're going to have a massive pandemic of freaking bunny chaos. It's going to be SHTF overloaded with bunnies.
No, it's going to be like Monty Python and the rabid psycho bunny that goes flying out of the cage.
Dude, could you imagine?
And takes out the jugular.
If I'm not careful, I could end up with crazy train of bunnies. Like I just look, wow.
Yeah, beagles are loud, man. My sister had one. Woo! Thing would howl.
Hey, lady, what are you doing?
She's bowing up.
She is bowing up. She was like this, running towards me. I'm like, what are you doing? well, she's just all over the place. But yeah, like that, I had to make a freaking bunny coop just like that, and it was just surprising that uh, out of very limited supplies, I just slapped a bunch of pieces together and voila, another bunny coop just like that. And it was so easy. You guys, I mean, any of you guys could make something like that.
Yeah,
It
good
was super
for
easy.
in the agenda for next year.
That's next year.
We got to get our fencing for them because I don't
Well,
want them eating my raspberry bushes.
we are trucking. The wife and I are trucking, man. I'm telling you, we are putting stuff together. We are slapping stuff down. We are working. We are moving as fast as we can. I remember back in back about a year ago, I was doing like a video every single day, and now I'm trying to build and create stuff, and I need this, for the future. It has to be built today, and I'm trying to move as fast as I can because we didn't get the opportunity. And it's like, um, it kind of was like, well, you guys know our situation. It was crappy for us because, we're here. We are in the middle of the city, and we're like, all right, we got to get out of this. And we get lucky. We find land, house, the whole nine, and we finally start to really upgrade our preps. And as soon as we start doing all that, hey, you get hit with a pandemic and blah blah. And I'm like, yay, isn't this great? And so yeah, it was a big rush for us to try and hurry up and get a bunch of stuff finished.
I mean, that's something small that you can do being in the city too, is having rabbits. I mean, in all honesty, they're pretty easy to maintain. You don't really get sick from their feces like chicken.
Yeah.
And their poop breaks down really
Their
fast.
poop breaks down fast, and it's
all
good
herbs.
fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
You can use that trash, like their poop. You could scoop that stuff up because they all do it in one same spot. They back their butts up into a corner and they go in the same spot. You can go in there and scoop that stuff up and throw it into your.
That's what we do. We scoop it up. We throw it into the little bunny.
Yep.
Little bunny garden.
What's
cold frame?
It's like a cold frame, but it's more like a micro greenhouse.
Little micro greenhouse.
I'm coming up with new words.
Yeah.
Here, I'm just making stuff up, but
that
it's like a mini greenhouse.
Yeah. And then I throw the rest of it onto like part of our areas like clay. Clayish. You can tell it's been depleted from previous farming. So I just throw it all over there where the grass isn't really growing.
Man, our chickens are doing good. We've lost a couple. Of course, it's just natural. That sort of happens. You're gonna lose chickens. That happens. But then you just cook them. You make fried chicken, and we get more eggs than we can handle. I mean, we've frozen and stored quite a few eggs.
Yeah.
And in the middle of all the egg stuff, it's like, well, we've been just friends.
Chipper.
Most of the folks that are getting a lot of the eggs are folks that you work with and stuff.
Yeah.
To get most of the eggs.
They'll bring me cartons and I'll just.
We can't eat all those eggs. I mean, we've got like 100 eggs or so like in our fridge right now. I think more than 100 probably.
Yeah.
Eggs, and it's like tonight I brought in.
I've never heard that, Daisy.
10 more eggs
with lime.
I brought in 10 more eggs tonight. It's crazy.
Yeah, they will eventually slow down.
They'll slow down. Yeah, they'll slow down eventually.
I know, Ted. We do need to learn how to powder. Powder the eggs would be really cool.
Well, I know how to powder the eggs. It's a long process to powder the eggs.
Oh.
It takes so long. You take like our dehydrator that we have, and you set that up, and you mix up the eggs. You blend them really well, and you can layer them in on those. It's kind of like it's the same trays that you use to make like fruit roll up, and you can lay those down, and you put your egg. Pour your egg in and then let it dehydrate. And as it dries out, you can take that and you can put it in like one of those coffee grinders or type of grinder like that and grind it up really good, and then boom. Uh, yeah, you could, and you could also like, I mean, as long as you can like pre-cook them, and then you dehydrate them, and
Oh
then
yeah.
boom, dehydrator to complete them. Yep. Yeah, you just cook them.
How many hours would that take?
Well, you got to
Or
bring them
days?
down. You've got to bring it down to less than 15% moisture. Like you've got to bring them down. You got to really suck the
Oh
moisture out of
yeah.
them.
So
So
breed bacteria.
basically what you'll be doing is you can pre-cook them. That's kind of like what I do when I make jerky and stuff. You guys have
12
watched
plus
me do.
hours.
Yeah, it's something ridiculous.
I figured at least gotta be half a day to a day.
But you guys have probably seen
Pack
some of the
some
clips
salt.
of the beef jerky and stuff that
Oh yeah,
I've
that's
done.
true. Yeah, pickle them,
It's the same
salt
thing.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pickle them. That's another thing you could do.
Yeah, I mean they'll stay room temperature
Mhm.
for a few weeks
Yeah.
if it's just a
Mhm.
constant temperature and it's not hot. Yeah, they definitely you don't have to refrigerate them.
And once they're dehydrated though, I mean you've got if you have a heavy duty industrial coffee grinder,
Mm-hmm.
you just run them puppies through there and da and you've got several
Whisk.
months of eggs you can store up just like that, powdered eggs.
We're not gonna leave yet. It's like
Um,
your internet was down.
Yeah, I'll probably be on here for a few more minutes.
Because we
I'm
still
just
gotta
sorta-
talk about the homeless
That's the other thing I was going to talk
project.
about was the homeless project. I don't know how many of you guys were.
We're kind
Uh,
of a little late start, but that's okay.
it's not a late start.
Because we usually wrap it up by the end of November.
No, we do it the last 2 weeks of November.
That's what I'm saying. We give people time till like the end of November.
What's
And then we send it out.
well, we do all this. We do all this the month of December, babe.
No, it's been November.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
November, December.
Well, yes,
We-
the
we
winter
ran-
months.
We were still running all winter long. I
Yeah.
remember it like it was yesterday. We were still doing drop-offs all winter during
Yeah, I mean we're
December.
just gonna do it all winter long.
It's going to be all
November,
winter long, just like
December.
last time.
We'll just put the packages together as we go.
If some of you want to use, I think what worked really good last year, people that wanted to participate in it. Like I've said before, I don't take any money whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, I try to tell folks, please, no gift cards, no money, and just try to do this so that it's supplies only. Just supplies. We only want supplies. That stuff gets put in the kits just like we did. Whoa, what was that?
Thank you, Scrap. That thing's in the
What?
way. Scrapman VA.
Scrapman
Wait, is
VA.
that 100?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you very much.
Holy moly.
Thank you.
Boom. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
There's no note.
I know.
Holy cow.
Thank you very much.
If you see another comment in there from them, let me know.
I didn't even know he was on. Well, thank you very much.
But just puppy fun.
Great job.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
He's already prepping into the future. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that dog's gonna need some food.
That's
Thank you, though,
that's a
very
few
much.
50-pound bags of dog food. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. The
But we ask for simple things because we know money's tight, especially for those who
well, if you guys flip
got
back,
laid out.
I never took those
Laid
videos
off.
down. If you guys want some good tips for those for this project, take a look back at those videos because there is. I think we did do an after action report, and the after action on that was because the homeless situation was. We every single year we do this, we still have issues to beat out of it because it's like the year before we really had. You want me to grab her? Is she?
She's chewing up the
Oh,
shoe
your
bandage
shoe,
food up
yeah.
already.
The issues that we dealt with before, we panned that out and we fixed it, and then the issues that we discovered.
Chewing on something.
We'll just get it out of her mouth. Them daggum puppies, let me tell you.
She's chewing on sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds. That's great.
She's going to be going for some.
She's like Agent Mulder, huh?
Yeah.
She's going from sunflower seeds. All right. So every year we panned out all the different issues from doing the event, and like I said, last year I had to tell folks I don't want any money, and I don't want any money for it. Don't send me any money. And I still had people sending me gift cards, and I ended up having to take the gift cards and I turned those over to the nonprofit, the Shades of Grace and stuff like that. All the soup kitchens and stuff. That was the folks that ended up with the gift cards, because I'm like, what? Y'all, I was like, y'all don't send me gift cards. I end up having to just give those to the organizations, and but it all goes in the right direction. They just basically, like, if they get like a Walmart gift card, they go to Walmart and then they sack up all the stuff that they need for the organization and all their needs, and then they bring it back and then they sort it out that way. So it all pans out in the end, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. That was the only issue that we had last year that we was trying to figure out what to do with. But what worked really good was coming up with the pre-list before everyone started trying to help, and it was as we were getting things of deodorant from Amazon. Like, Amazon had sent me like a bunch of different things of deodorant, toothbrushes, toothpaste, foot powder, all these types of things, and all the different food items, the stuff that they could get from the pantry of like Amazon and stuff to send to us, was like different types of cookies, chips, and what was some of the other items? It was like really quick to just throw in the bags.
Shirts you can
cheap
get
shirts
for the
and
little
stuff.
$2 shirts.
But I think what helped the most was like the razors, the
little hygiene kits.
The hygiene kit, anything hygiene.
Foot powder.
And being able to put them in the kits. And then we were coming up with food baskets where it was like canned food and this and that.
Oh man, I'll never forget that guy. He found that little thing of Gold Bond powder and he just lit up like a Christmas tree.
He chased you down to give you a hug.
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I'll never forget that.
The little things like that.
Yeah, it's always the little things. But yeah, but like I said, that's how we're doing it. That's how we're doing it again this year. And like I said,
kids, adults. I mean,
the kids are going to be more difficult this year because we can't just go to school like we did last time.
Yeah.
Last time during the pandemic, we could just go. Well, before the pandemic hit, you could just go to the school and there's kids and there's teachers and all that stuff. You just toss this stuff and they could toss it out to families that need the stuff, you know, hungry kids and stuff. I mean, there's so many different things you can donate to, but we won't have that opportunity. Yeah. Socks. That's another one. Socks, underwear. There's so many, but socks is like one of the most important ones.
Yeah. Good night, LR.
Yeah, it's
God bless.
Crazy. I mean, it's crazy. There's so many.
Whatever you guys feel in your heart that you should get, whatever you think.
But if you go back and check out the videos from stuff, if YouTube didn't take them down, they're still up. Then, but the bags we made, like regular small bags, it was like 50 some odd bags.
Yeah.
And then we had like I think we had like 10 or 15 mega bags, like people who had nothing.
Yeah.
That was for folks that had nothing. Like literally they had shoes, they had lanterns and cooking devices.
M1.
Those were crazy. But we had kits put together for folks that had nothing. Then we had kits put together for folks that just needed food. Then we had kits put together for folks that needed food and hygiene. But we built so many kits, it was like, dude. And by the end of it, it's like we still have some Ziploc bags left for this year, and we probably won't need too many
do
more.
it at his PO box.
PO box, the same one. It's PO box is just put SOS PO box 7514. Just write that down, 7514, and that's Kingsport, Tennessee 37664, something like that. All right, 37664. I think it's something like that. Oh. But the folks that work there that know me, they know the channel. The folks that work in that location, they all know who I am, and I don't know what she wants. Hey, you get over here. But yeah,
you got the cat
they organize it there. They put all the shipping boxes together and stuff into one huge craziness, and they organize it pretty good, and they usually pitch in and help out. I know a lot of them have family that are veterans, and a few of them are veterans themselves, and they usually put you in and help out as much as they can. But it's a good turnout. It's a really good turnout. Trying to find it was hard trying to find a location for everything, and then when we went to the church and we said we need help putting these kits together, and then we brought folks from the church to take a look at it, and they're like, how in the world are we going to do this? Remember that?
Yeah.
They're like, this is crazy. And I'm like, we do this every year. And they're like, what? And this is crazy. And I'm like, yeah, we do this every year.
Yep.
It's just crazy to get the reaction from the church like that. If it's okay, hang on. Let me see. I can post the PO box. Yeah, you can. It's like I said, just put SOS or just put BA and for the name portion, and then it's PO Box 7514, and that's Kingsport, Tennessee 37664. There you go. That's it right there. And if you guys can use a lot of folks were using Amazon, just getting bulk stuff like deodorant, hand sanitizer, stuff like that, right? And but if that's just one of the easy routes to take. And the other thing that I was doing was coordinating what I already had first. At the moment, I have nothing, right? So we're starting with a clean slate. And but if people want to get involved, as the weeks progress, I'll give everyone updates of what's cut off that we don't need. Like if socks just happen to get booked, then I will let everyone know socks are full. We don't need socks, and that'll also go into like if deodorant gets full, then I don't need deodorant, and I'll let folks know what I need. So I'll keep people posted each week of what we need. But if you're strapped, if you're strapped for cash and you can't afford to get involved in something like this,
don't worry about it.
Don't feel pressured to get yourself involved, okay? But we just host it every year because we seem to have a pretty good network for stuff like that, for folks that want to help in situations like this. So
yeah,
it's a good tool to have. I mean, it's good community, and it's a good network of folks to be able to just say, hey, you guys, let's help some people, and everybody can help some people. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. And it's a good way to use an outlet like this instead of whatever other thing you would do, right, this time of year. Not hosting a gummy bear eating competition or nothing, right? Mm-hmm. You never know, there might be a channel that does that. I'm gonna have a gummy bear eating competition. But yeah, it's good to try and do what you can. I guess that's all I got. I don't know. Anything you want to add to this? Like any details from all the previous years of doing this or anything? Because And there was some.
We
There
were
was.
trying to do like some of the women's battered shelters too, and I've asked.
I think that was the hardest one. Was trying to get those together because
Yeah,
it was all
and
female products to get just.
well, not just that. No, we were getting different ideas, and
Yeah.
one of the gals from church who did that for Stena for a long time, and she says, things like journals or, you know, little cards or something.
Wes S wants to see your puppy. He said something about the puppy.
Seeing the little ankle biter.
Says, did you get a new puppy, Sippy? I think this puppy was my idea. She got to pick the last one out.
Yeah.
And I told her I wanted to pick this one out. So she let me have a chance to pick my own out this time. And I wanted a girl this time because the girl dogs are chill. I mean, they're just, everyone that I've had has been really relaxed. And I wanted one and she's not too relaxed, but I wanted to be able to breed her with Bandit. Here, let me get her. But yeah, I want to be able to breed her with Bandit, and it's a Mastiff breed with another Mastiff breed, so it'll work out.
Hopefully, they won't be too weird looking.
Yeah, that's Butterball, little Butterball. Hey there, hey you guys.
She is not amused.
Hi, how you doing?
Well, hey, at least we can't get flagged, right? Because we threw a cute puppy in
Yep.
there. So YouTube, you ain't got nothing on this one.
Yep, that's how you do it. You got to throw the puppy in there.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
she let me pick it out this time, so that's good. And the kids are just and I don't know what it is about having a puppy. It seems to calm everyone down, like it gives someone else something to do. It's one of those things, especially with kids. If you have
Yeah.
kids and you just like randomly take them and go get another puppy and throw it at them, and it's like, and you give them a leash and stuff, you don't have to mess with them kids for the rest of the day. It's like days on end now. It's like every day the kids are, we're going to go take the puppy for a walk. Okay, go, have fun. And it's good. It's another distraction, so I don't have to worry about the kids as much. But yeah, it's good for the kids. And then when she comes home from work, de-stressing,
Yeah.
she either holds bunnies or it's either the bunnies or the puppy now.
The puppy or shoot a couple of rounds off the shotgun.
She has gone crazy with the shotgun a few times. But that one day was pretty epic. You had a pretty bad day that one day. And you just started shooting. And I'm like, holy cow. She went out with a stack of magazines and her AR and was just like letting it rip. I'm like, are you okay? Are you all right? I'm like, dang. Usually it's me that shoots or something, but she just like grabbed a bunch of rounds and went out back and started shooting. I'm like, what in the world's wrong with her? She was de-stressing, but lately she's been hugging bunnies
Oh yeah.
and puppies and stuff like that to de-stress, which is very healthy compared to what some folks
Well,
do.
it's cheaper. I don't have to waste ammo.
Some folks do some pretty crazy stuff to de-stress. And I'm like, dude, yeah. Anyway, I guess that's all I got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off here. I think I don't know what he's doing. He must have heard something.
Yep.
Anyhow, I guess that's all I got. I guess I'm gonna wrap it up and get off here. I just want to say thank you to you guys and gals.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about angry protesters bursting down our doors quite yet.
We don't have that going on yet. It's all right. And we stayed on pretty late this time though, and I guess you guys, my email for those of you that are trying to contact me, you can private message me. You can email me. It's in the about section of the channel. If you guys are trying to do that, I did away with the T-Rex email. I did away with it because it was getting a lot of spam. I didn't want to do that anymore because the spam was too much. But yeah, if you guys are trying to reach me, just shoot me a message somewhere if you got questions, and need help
And stealth.
figuring stuff out, just hit me up. But yeah, appreciate you guys
Yeah.
coming and hanging out with us. We love you guys and stay sane.
Stay sane. Keep a lookout after your loved one's mental health also.
Definitely. And
Don't let it get you down.
Number one killer, man. It's that mental health. You got to stay vigilant of your friends and family for sure. And if they need someone, hit them up, drag them in, tuck them under your little bird wing, and keep them company for a while. But yeah,
She's attacking.
she's
Bandage.
attacking.
That's right. Keep morale up. Try to keep your hearts light.
Yep.
Hearts and minds.
All right. God bless you guys and gals, and I guess take care.
Take care. God bless. Stay
God bless.
sane.
Take care. I can't. I'm working.